Welcome, Gemini, to your Saturn Sextile Pluto deep dive forecast for the ascendant, the sun, or the moon. For the first time in 13 years, Saturn and Pluto are in a 60-degree angle, and they're going to be within that point by 3 degrees through to the end of April. So it's going to be a powerful time. The last time they were side by side was in January 2020 when we had the COVID situation at its peak. So what will this mean for you, but particularly in terms of your energy, your work, your finances, or your relationships? By the end of the video, you'll have a clearer understanding of each of those strands. I'm astrologer Patrick Arundel. A very warm welcome. If you've yet to subscribe to the channel, please do so now to help it to continue to thrive. So on the screen is your event chart, and there they are, 5 degrees and 9. Let's just think of the archetypes of the two planets. Saturn can be about outcomes and consequences. The host Aries is about new beginnings. So there's a little bit of a mismatch. Saturn is also known as being in its fall in Aries, but it is the greater malefic. And Aries energy is about initiation. It's about freshness. So if you are wanting to set a long-term plan in motion, it might not go quite as quickly as you would like. Saturn's going to be here for the next 2 years in this 11th house. Now, Pluto can be very much about transformation. It can be an extremely positive energy, but of course, it can be linked to power and what's not obvious, the underworld. But in the sign of Aquarius, it's very much to do with our collective connections. And for you, it's in the ninth house. Now, the ninth house can be legal matters, travel, can be to do with trade, certainly to do with expansion. So expansion is possible, but Saturn in the sign of initiative Aries suggests you're going to have to work for it. It's not necessarily going to come easily. And there may be something about your long-term plan that you did have that's not traveling as quickly forwards as you would like. So how can you work with this energy? Well, we can look at the wider event chart and particularly be mindful of your ruler Mercury. Mercury is out of its retrograde in Pisces. It is still perhaps its most challenging zodiac sign to be in, but it's in the 10th house, which is very much to do with your connection to influential people, but it can also be about your work. Mars, the planet which rules Aries, is also in this area. But these energies certainly give you the chance to show your leadership skills, to be very clear about what you want in terms of goals and ambitions. But I think you're going to have to collaborate with others in order to achieve them. And because Pluto in the ninth house suggests changes could be coming around things like your knowledge, perhaps to do with the amount of moving around you do, maybe travel, even around where you live. In order to seize that long-term moment, there is going to be a juggle, because these are two very, very challenging influences in some ways. And just because they're in sextile doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be handed to us on the celestial plate. But in order to summarize those areas for you, as far as work's concerned, I think this influence is actually very bright for you, particularly as Jupiter, the planet of opportunity and the traditional ruler of Pisces, is forging a great link to both Mars and Mercury. And that can mean that if you have a crystal clear idea about what your long-term plan is, but you also can reach into and connect with your higher purpose, very much about the 11th house. You're open to collaboration, and there are people around you who will support you. The expansion that you can go through can definitely go forwards. As far as your energy is concerned, Saturn in the 11th house. 11th house can be about team sports, but it can also be about group dynamics. If there are people around you that you find draining, I think there could be some changes about who you hang out with over the next couple of years. As far as your romantic situation is concerned, Venus is in a conjunction with Chiron. It's possible that you will like or be attracted to someone within your circle of friends at the moment, but I think what you most need around the long-term prospects in a close relationship is a sense that you can celebrate what you have in common more than focus on what makes you different. So if there is that friendship, I think that's something that's very valuable to you. Thank you so much for joining me, Gemini. If you've yet to watch your April deep dive forecast, that's on the screen now. If you'd like to have a one-to-one with me, please check out my testimonials below. You can also sign up for your free daily horoscope via to your device each morning. Get your celestial pit stop, please see the link below. Or you can order your personal horoscope reports and get 50% off at the current time. Please see the link below for more. Wishing you all the best. Take care and goodbye.